let's zoom in on it. Now, unfortunately, at the top of bracket, weren't able to catch J2 Toxic versus Luxray NYC, but he went ahead and took him on, and Luxray coming out on top on that. Solidus Hedgehog versus Titan Killer is what we just got done watching a second ago, with Solidus Hedgehog taking the dub there, and now we're going to watch those two guys go at it. Meanwhile, on the other side, I believe Just Doki and Swag Flu are at least one game in, so we'll see how those guys get rolling. And then now, off stream, J2 Toxic and Titan Killer can go ahead and get their match started. And that's how we got to where we are, guys. Yep.
I'm
and
actually
as
like...
Cherry said, it looks like, I don't know if Solidus is betting on himself in these instances, but yes, we already got match predictions coming up. Looks like Solidus has 100% of the match predictions going on right now. We'll see in just a second. Looks like
I'm actually like super.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just so excited to see how Solidus plays against Luxray, and also who Luxray will pick. Because keep in mind, when Lamomo and Luxray play, Lamomo really does play just DK or DDD. And DK, so for those unfamiliar, this matchup is super wild. DK is the heavy destroyer, despite being destroyed by everyone else. DK, just solely due to the fact that he is very mobile, very big hitboxes, has super good aerial options with his grab. Ooh, look at that. We are seeing the switch. Yes, it's like that bad. Because DK, he beats Bowser. And Bowser is the best heavy. Bowser is a very good character, but DK is so bad for Bowser and all the other heavy characters that it's just better to not play. It's better to not play as a heavy. And we're literally seeing that with Luxray playing Mr. Game & Watch because, again, DK gets bodied by heavies. But we're seeing the Game & Watch come out because those hitboxes on Game & Watch be egregious. And we're going to be seeing a really well-polished Game & Watch today from Luxray, as he does kind of seem to know the game plan that you should be doing with Game & Watch, which is you got to make sure... Alright, nice. Making sure that he doesn't get carried too far off stage. Game & Watch is a character that you have to play somewhat defensively. You don't want to just waste your options too hard, as well as overextend yourself, because as soon as you decide to do an option, there are options like your smash attacks and your up B that you can do that are really good options. But you don't want to do something too often to let your opponent get in on your pattern. Which, it is kind of close. Percent lead, definitely pretty much tied at this point. But I do think that when these edge guard and ledge guard situations come into play, Luxray is going to be in the driver's seat for most of those situations, just because beyond even edge guarding of his own, reverse edge guarding and getting out of these disadvantageous situations, DK is just a big target, man. And we're going to be seeing more of that in the future, I think. And also really interesting just to see Luxray play one of these meta characters. Mr. Game & Watch is possibly a top 5, top 10 character in the game.
Wow,
and,
okay.
You would expect it, because pretty much in every other game he sucks. It's just the couple changes to Ultimate's engine compared to Smash 4 and Brawl that kind of make him this monster. Because even when Ultimate started, people did not know if Game & Watch was good or not. And in this game, he has a really good shield. All of his moves are very well used defensively, as well as the fact that since he has such a great shield in this game, he can just do things like this, where he's just edge guarding after edge guard, and barely making it back there is Solidus. And it's just so rough for DK sometimes to get through. But we're seeing Solidus make do with what he's got, and ooh. It's just very, very stressful situation for Solidus, I'm sure. But even then, don't forget, like I've said kind of earlier, we're seeing the double down smash cancel, and that one thing that's really confusing about Game & Watch is just that his animations are somewhat clunky looking, and they are misleading because a lot of them actually the animations are misleading since some of them end before the hitbox ends. Barely. So if you try to perfectly punish based on an animation, him smashing the hammers down, the hammer attack radius doesn't go away, the hitbox doesn't go away until a frame or two after, and it actually can be really hard for people to just try and punish him, since he can just then do it again once the animation finishes. And it's a really interesting play, because if you are willing to do like really defensive play, it's very hard for a lot of characters to get that approach option in. But we're seeing DK doing what he does best, living to high percents and trying to get that kill.
Yep.
But will Solidus be able to do it? Because this is just one of the situations that's so stressful. But Solidus, he does buckle down. Make sure to take a deep breath and just release that punch, man. Let's see what he can do now. He's got the advantage. How long will he keep it for?
Luxray knows all too well that spike could be coming if you kind of mess around. Let that combo happen.
There it is, that down smash. Although 50%, I think that's really decent for Solidus in the situation he's in. He can take it easy. He can go for a couple of options here or there. Nice use of that up tilt there. And like, we're kind of seeing Solidus try not to stay in the air too much, using the air dodge, trying to get down, jumping, but like, when he does jump, he just can't afford to take too much hits. But he also doesn't want to approach too much as well, because when Luxray has been there to really own that aerial and defensive play. But what a call out from Solidus, knowing that the pressure just from like doing any sort of approach option when you're stuck in the corner like that is like menacing. Luxray kind of panicked there. We see right here, he gets a couple hits in, but then as soon as Solidus is able to retake neutral here and just take that center stage, Solidus just kind of took over. Gets the up B, 85% Luxray. Luxray is able to get back to stage here. Solidus backs off after he gets the down smash. Shields, spot dodges, and then just Solidus just takes that as, all right, time to win this game. And that's the type of pressure that often Luxray kind of has on his opponents, with like playing in center, or Lamomo in an instance playing in that DK as well. And it's interesting to see like other players kind of make sure that they're
kind
using
of reverse
the
that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because it looks like they're going to go to Final Destination, but we got a quick question. I saw RP4 asking if I have any thoughts on a Pac-Man 99 event, and I definitely checked the game out the other day. Right now, I don't see an organized way to play with friends just yet. And I mean, like, I have some, I've got some positive idea that they may get to that, because I know Tetris 99 didn't start off that way either. Yeah. So Tetris 99 definitely started off with like, hey, this is literally Fortnite with Tetris. It's PUBG with Tetris. You're just hopping on and you're playing whoever you get. And then eventually in the DLC, they allowed you to put together some organized matches. So, I mean, I'm always down for it. I think it's a really cool idea in general. I think he was asking you, knowing you're the resident Pac-Man to some degree.
Oh, I would love that. I think that game is like so cool. I haven't had a chance to download it yet, but it's definitely something that I'm looking forward to doing once I do get my hands on it. I love Pac-Man. I've been looking for like a decent, like just traditional Pac-Man game in a sense, but with a twist. And a battle royale thing is a good twist, but what a good twist of our own, seeing a zero death come out for Solidus here, forcing a DI in from Luxray there. That combo looking
not again, scary. Right?
Oh man, there we go. I think that this is a decent counter pick though, beyond what we've kind of seen so far for Luxray. It's just that was just one of those really freak interactions where DK like caught you not DIing, and for Solidus there, that was a great like opportunity for him. And ooh, nice. We saw him wait there, try to see what option he would do out of mash. And that's a great idea. Like, a lot of times players think they have to get some sort of interaction off of the ground, but often you don't need to necessarily do that. Wow, what a reverse edge guard! And this is one of the situations where, like, Game & Watch does have a disadvantage. Like, defensive play only can work when you have, like, any sort of reason to be defensive. And often when you do get put in the corner as Game & Watch, or when, like, opponents are able to have such a lead on you that they just... I have no words. What a reversal of, like, pressure. Like, especially from that first game being pretty, like...
It went back and forth. That first one went back and forth for a while, and we definitely watched, Luxray struggle with the largeness of just DK in general, and of course not being able to to really just easily knock him off. But I mean, in this one, it didn't even look like he got a chance to test out any new options.
I was just gonna say, like, because my fear with being on FD for DK was that DK really does like struggle when he can't land on something, and Game & Watch is a character like if you can't land, he's gonna beat the crap out of you. Like, he carries you up into the air. He'll throw the wind aerial that's super hard to land as, especially when you're that big. He has the Nair that's super large and long lasting. He has the Kfair back air. Like, a lot of stuff just hits forever, and like Solidus literally never gave him the chance. So really crazy outcome for Solidus here, who's showing off this new character. I'm sure he's having lots of fun with it too.
Well, I mean, he also just put himself directly in winners finals for tonight. So I mean, this is going to be a really interesting thing, because now at this point, if we take a look at the bracket while we've got the next guys getting ready to hop in, you guys were literally just watching a 2-0 victory. You read that correctly. Solidus Hedgehog taking a 2-dub victory over Luxray, putting himself in the winners finals. Now, here's what's interesting. Let's go ahead and start counting them up and doing the math. Luxray NYC starting off in losers round number 2. No matches are given here. Definitely has 1, 2, 3 matches until he possibly could get back into winners. And along the way, he's going to have to go ahead and face up against just Doki or Swag Flu. Then, of course, Titan Killer and whoever loses in this round. And then